Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show, the one and only show that brings you ordinary people sharing extraordinary insights. Well, maybe. Here is your host, Chew Effin Lee.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chew. Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show. This is episode number 8. I think I'm going to start eventually losing track of what episode I'm doing if I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 shows a week. So eventually it's just going to be Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show. And then I'll try to remember to put in the description what the show is about and possibly what episode that show is going to be. Okay. So I want to give you guys an update on the podcast. If you guys haven't figured this out, I have the interview with the Hmong Ghost Hunters, Hmong Paranormal Society, the video and the audio version uploaded finally. And I want to give you guys a little background of my experience trying to upload these files. The video file, after I was done editing and adding some stuff to the file, came up to be like 4 gigs, which is a pretty large file for YouTube to process. So I tried to upload it on YouTube the first time, and it took 10 hours to upload. And then after I uploaded the file, I set my computer on all night. Woke up the next morning only to find out that I received a message error. My video was not uploaded successfully. That pissed me off. I was so excited to get it ready for you guys to watch, but it didn't work. So then I tried to be creative as far as how can I compress the file to make it a little bit smaller so YouTube can possibly upload it easier. And the only way I could think of was, let's just do it audio for now. So that's why there's the audio version. That took about 2 hours to upload. After I after I compressed the file to just audio and compressed it one more time, it came up to be 2 gigabytes. And then YouTube said, okay, we'll take it. And that's why there's the audio file. And then last night, today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2015. Last night I decided I'm going to give it one more shot at uploading this video file. So I changed the file format from MP4 to AVI this time. And it still took about 10 hours to do this. So I let my computer again run all night. And then this morning when I woke up, I saw that YouTube had a message saying, your video has been successfully uploaded. So I was very excited. That's why this morning, you guys probably noticed that I uploaded the video version of the interview with the Hmong Paranormal Society. So to Jason, Chia, Chewy, and Danny, thanks again for coming out. I had a great time. It was 2 hours long, but I didn't even, I wasn't even aware that it went that long. And we barely scratched the surface of, paranormal investigation. So I would like to have you guys come back sometime soon here so we can have more discussions about this. So I want to give you guys a freebie software, I guess you want to. It's not even a software, it's more of a website. So some of these shows that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, or even longer. And I know that some of you guys don't want to babysit your computer and watch or listen to the show because, you have a life and you have other things to do. So if you guys don't know about this yet, you might like it. There is this website where you can download YouTube videos into MP3 files. The one that I use is called listentoyoutube.com. The quality of the MP3 that you download from this website, it's not bad. If you listen carefully And if you have a good music ear or a very good hearing ear, you might hear that there's some sound quality that's been lost. But you can still get the message. You can still jam to your music. You can still listen to podcasts. So I'm giving this freebie to you guys. So if you guys don't want to, if you guys don't have time to watch my shows, you can download it onto your phone or to your computer, and then transfer the file to your phone, and then you can listen to the shows, any shows, driving to work, driving back home, or if you're going on a road trip, whatever, you can play it on your phone. And I hope you guys know how to transfer files to your phone. I'm sure you guys do. If you don't, ask me and I'll try to help you out with that. So listen to youtube.com. Okay, all you gotta do is go on the website, and then you copy the URL link of the video that you want to rip the MP3 out of, and then you just plug in the URL, you click go, just a couple of clicks, and then you'll get a screen message that says download now, and you download it and it'll go right onto your computer. It's a safe website. I haven't had a virus from this website, so if you guys are wondering, man, is Chu trying to get my computer all jacked up? No, I wouldn't do that. So I hope you guys enjoy that website. Alright, today I wanted to talk about extremist religious groups. And the reason why I want to talk about it today is because if you guys have been paying attention to the news today, there was a terrorist attack in France. You know, the CNN, they've been running the videos all day about this terrorist attack. They've been showing these videos over and over. And the video that they show is there's two masked gunmen coming out of a car shooting at I couldn't really see what they were shooting at, but basically they wanted to attack this magazine company in France. And the reason why they wanted to attack this company was because some of the journalists or the cartoonists that worked for that company, they made fun of Allah or Muhammad. They drew some cartoon caricatures a while back, portraying their holy figure in a very offensive way. So then they sent a message to the owner of this company saying, you know, you are next on our agenda to kill. And they actually attempted to destroy the place. I think a few years ago, I think 2011 or something like that. They threw firebombs at this building, but I don't think anybody was seriously hurt. So then today was the day that the extremist groups or individuals decided, I'm going to go and shoot people. And they killed a total of 12 people. 2 of the 12 were police officers. And then I think the 10, they were journalists and cartoonists. It's a very sad and unfortunate situation, but these guys that did this, they, to some degree, I admire their willingness to die for what they believe in. But then, on the other hand, it doesn't make sense to me why they would do that. Maybe because my ideology is different from theirs. Not saying that mine's better than theirs or vice versa. I'm just saying it's different. But if their religion tells them to, that's what they need to do when people insult their religion and they carried it out exactly the way that the religion tells them to do, then I guess you can say more power to you that you're able to do that. But, again, my ideologies are a little bit different, and I'm happy with my ideologies. But anyway, so when I saw this on the news today, it brought back a lot of memories about 9/11. And it's always interesting after years have gone by to think about what you did on that very day of 9/11. And I have a funny story to share. So let me just put this out there. My story and what happened to me was funny. I think it's funny. But the actual terrorist attack on the World Trade Centers, towers, that was not funny. Okay? So here's my story. On 9/11/2001, I was still in college. But as some of you may know, I suffer from gout. Right? And on that day, I remember I had a morning class, and I had gout on that day as well. So I was roaming around campus, the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. I was limping around with crutches, 2 crutches. And after my first class, I think it was at 7 a.m. in the morning, after that I decided to go take a nap at a study room. So I think I slept for maybe an hour or 2. And then I was awakened by a lot of commotion in that study room. And I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And people were rushing to get out of there. And remember, keep in mind, I just woke up, so I have no idea what's going on. And then I asked one of the persons that ran past me where I was laying down, I said, hey, what's going on? And then he says, dude, there's been a terrorist attack. We all have to leave campus right now. So how it registered in my mind was, oh shit, there are terrorists on campus shooting people. So then I'm thinking, great, what a good day to do this at the U of M. I'm on crutches, and I'm probably going to be the easiest target, so I'm panicking at this point. I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. I got to hurry. My car's parked far as hell. I got to hurry. And then I called my brother. I said, hey, dude, man, we got to go home. He goes, why? Dude, there's been a terrorist attack. And he goes, I know. There was a terrorist attack. I said, so why aren't you panicking? We need to go home, dude. He goes, yeah, well, it happened in New York. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, it happened in New York, not here. I almost shit my pants. Just kidding. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy day. I mean, even the evening of that day was crazy. I don't know if it happened in your area, but in St. Paul, for sure, for some reason, there was a rumor going out saying there's going to be no more gas, so we better all go fill up as much gas as we can. And I bought into that hype. So me and my brother, we went out to the gas stations to fill up my gas tank. I mean, I drove a freaking Geo Tracker at that time, and I think it filled up maybe 10 gallons. I can't remember if my gas tank was full or not, but I bought into the hype. So we went and waited in line for hours just to get gas. And every gas station we went to, it was jam-packed. Lines, long as hell. But yeah, that's my kind of funny story. Maybe it wasn't that funny to you guys, but when I think back about it, it was kind of crazy. I mean, just imagine you waking up and the first thing you hear is there's been a terrorist attack. We gotta leave now. It's not something you want to wake up to. Trust me. Alright, so today I wanted to talk about the extremist religious groups. And I shouldn't really say religious groups. More like, what kind of causes are you willing to die for? And when I mentioned extremist religious groups, I said that because that's the first thing that kind of came to my mind when I thought about people who are willing to die for a cause or for a belief. I mean, some of these religious groups, they've demonstrated their willingness to die. Historically, it's been demonstrated. And let's just call it the way it is right now. It's the Muslims or Islamic groups. And I want to make it clear that not all Muslims or people who have the Islamic faith are bad. I've met some folks from that faith, and they're good people. Okay, I mean, I admit that even within my community, people do dumb things, and they're willing to die for a certain cause. Doesn't make sense to me, but hey, if that's what they want to do, more power to them, I guess. But not my thing. Anyway, so what would you guys be willing to do for your cause, for your belief, for your religion, for your faith? Personally, for me, I've shared this with some of you guys, but for me, my faith, I've given my life and decided that, here, God, here's my life. You do with it however you want to do it with. But I'm not going to go out there and kill somebody if they insult God. I'm not going to go out there and fight somebody if they say something bad about Jesus. I grew up being taught to forgive. And it makes sense. You forgive. Well, you try at least. You try to forgive people for what they do to you, like the bad things. It's not easy sometimes, but I think that's a better approach than to react in a violent and physical manner. You know the saying, an eye for an eye? And you've also heard the follow-up to this, which is, if we live that way, an eye for an eye, then we'd all be blind. And I believe that. Revenge is never good. But some people do it anyway. And we see this on the news within our own community quite often, unfortunately. But I don't think I think there's other ways to approach things. It doesn't always have to lead to violence or physical, reactions. Because I've realized this, that no matter what we do in life, we can't control what people's going to say about us. Whether it's the way we live, like our lifestyle, or our religious faith, our morals and values, our achievements. We can never control what people think about that. Because for humans, especially within our community, and again, I'm generalizing here, so don't be too offended and don't be too quick to say, "True, I'm not like that." How dare you say we're all like this? When I say we, I'm being general here. And if this is not you, then great. But if it is you, then it is you. But anyway, my point was, we tend to highlight faults of other people more than their achievements. Because we get some kind of sick comfort in knowing that that person's not perfect. But then we forget to think about us and say, maybe I'm not perfect too. So no matter what we do in life, even through our success and our accomplishments, there's going to be some dumbass out there who's going to try to point the flaw in you. So the point here is, no matter what you believe in, people's gonna always have something to say, something bad to say, and you cannot control what they say. But I strongly believe that you can control your reaction to those people. So when we see, like, extremists, religious groups, when they commit horrible acts of violence towards other people, yeah, maybe right off the bat we're going to be thinking about, how do we get back at them? Well, I think we don't need to. I mean, there's a difference between revenge and then self-defense. We can figure out how to defend ourselves if people try to impose their values on us, in a violent way. We can not control, but we can defend ourselves. If it's physically that's required to keep us safe, then so be it. But if it's just words, who cares? For me, I think I have my own issues at home that I'm trying to figure out, so why would I even give a shit about trying to figure out something outside my house? You know what I mean? So if you are one of those people who has a strong conviction and faith, and you're willing to die and to kill other people for it, I wonder, to me, I don't really fully understand. And maybe because my ideologies are different, or maybe because I don't have that level of faith that those people, the extremists, have. But if you're listening to this show and you do feel strongly that you're willing to die for a cause, I wonder if you're willing to share what kind of cause, and what's your thought process in leading up to you to decide that I'm willing to die for this. That's always been fascinating to me, because I don't fully understand that. So yeah, if you guys can leave a comment below the video and help me understand it, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I think other people will also appreciate it as well. I just think, and I'll just hold my opinion for now, but all this that you guys hear me talk about is just my opinion, okay? And I don't intend on, my intentions with my podcast is not to try to convert anybody to listen or to agree with what I say, but it's more of, this is my perspective, and I'm willing to share it. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you like it, if it helps challenge you to look within yourselves with some of the topics that I talk about on the show, then, and if you find it helpful, then great for you. But if you found my show to be stupid or whatever, then hey, I don't want you to listen to it. Don't waste your time. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. All right, folks. I have contacted some potential guests to come to the show, and I might not even do these shows in video format if it's just me, but if I have guests come on the show, I might have them go on camera if they're willing to. I still can't believe, like, nowadays people are so camera shy. But then again, some people need to be camera shy. Those photo bombers. I admit I used to be a photo bomber too, but to me, I'm starting to see how annoying it is when you're trying to take a nice picture and then your idiot friend decides to make this dumbass face. It ruins the picture. Alright, so yeah, stay tuned for the next show. I might have a guest on. If not, we'll be talking about other stuff, and I'm sure you're going to want to listen to it. Alright, folks, take it easy.